Holy crap, it's so exciting! I finally got them! It's the DJI Goggles. So yes, after much waiting, I finally got myself a pair of DJI Goggles. Now at first I wasn't sure about pre-ordering some of these. I saw the promotional videos and they're £500 and I was like, damn, that's a lot of money for some goggles. Why can't I just use my Fat Sharks? Because I love those. I think the fact of the matter is, you know, the light bridge technology, I doubt very much that DJI are going to bring out a box or something that enables the Mavic to work on my Fat Sharks. And as much as I do like flying the Mavic, whether it be using my iPhone 6 Plus or the iPad mini, I really just miss the immersion of the FPV flight. So after thinking about it, I thought I'm going to get some. And also when you think about the fact, obviously the goggles here, everything you need, you can obviously use them with the other DJI products as well. And like the Fat Sharks I have, once you buy the Fat Sharks and you buy the receivers and the antennas, you're looking at about a similar sort of price. So obviously if you already got the Fat Shark stuff, it's a bit of a pain, you have to buy it again. But yeah, I decided let's go for it. So the idea of this video is quick unboxing, have a look, see what's inside, give them a quick little try out, and then when the weather's better, because it's night time right now, hopefully get a test flight out with these and see what I think. So let's get this puppy open. I just remembered, I need the knife. Okay, so knife acquired. Let's slip this down the side here. See if we can't get in. There we go. We'll slip on the side here as well. There we go. That looks good. Put that down the side. Right. So let's see. How do we go about getting in here then? This looks like it. One box folds through or something. Let me in! Right. You can see it definitely slides out the bottom, but I guess there's something to do with this handle is getting stuck on there. Let's see, do we need to pry this apart or push the handle through, or let me at it! Right, okay, there's little tabs here. If we force those around the handle, there we go. A bit of crap design, isn't it? But it looks nice. So I guess who cares? Right, let's pop that over there. It's a black box. Okie dokie, let's do this together. Right. And oh, there they are. They look pretty. Right, so let's open this up carefully. Hands are pretty clean. I guess that's one thing. Why do they make these things white? You've got them in a different colour option. Okay, upside down. So I guess the initial thoughts are this unit that obviously has the antennas in and the video screens is really light. There's hardly any weight to it at all. On the side here is obviously the power button with the battery. Not doing anything right now. And this little, it's kind of a textured area. This is a touch sensitive piece. Right now I'm not quite sure really, you know, whether you really feel you need that stuff, but I guess maybe they do. On the side here is HDMI inputs and micro SD slot and headphones. So that's so you can plug in you know, other sources. I guess you're plugging your PlayStation or whatever it is that you might think you want to do. Function buttons and return buttons. And this turning knob is your IPD control, so interpupil something. bit like with the VR goggles. So basically you can adjust these screens in and out, so depending on where your pupils line up, so you can get really good vision there. Good. And the other thing is there's a little sensor just at the top in there, and that's like I guess a light sensor, so when you take them off, it turns the screen off to save power. When you put it back on again, they light up. So there we go. So let's see what else is in here. So this foam padding removes there behind us. Okay. Here we have 3-pin USB charging plug because we're in the UK. And here is the head unit. It's pretty good. Again, this feels more chunky, so I'm guessing, I'm making some assumptions now, maybe the battery pack is in here then, because, and that's why when we were testing the battery nothing was lighting up. So again, adjustable here for head size. That works really well. This is a really nice textured soft padding. It's kind of feels a bit like a stress ball material, so I think that's going to feel quite comfortable. On the side here, USB, yeah, so I reckon batteries are in here, and that's where we're going to have to do our charging. On the front here is you can see the 2 antenna type connections and some other connector. This slots in the front there. We'll check that out in a moment. It's good. See how it feels. Okay. It feels comfortable. Good weight to it. It's strange that that easily pushes in. You could lock that in position somehow. Some silica gel, not for eating children. Okay. Then we have a little padded box here. It's in here. This is charging cables, etc. Have a look. Ooh, we have goodies. Let's see what's in here. Okay, so a little DJI cleaning cloth. Cleaning the screens. Some sort of hook or plastic connector of some sort. Not sure what that's all for. Micro USB charging cable. And then a micro HDMI to standard HDMI connector. So I guess this is if you're perhaps using an Inspire or something, then you're using the HDMI connector to connect to it. That's good. Anything else in here? Oh, we have the little books of doom. We have the books of doom. We're probably going to need these. Oh, mine's all stuck in. It's this bottom foam is trapping, and the actual instructions are stuck to the bottom of the case. Well, that's crap, isn't it? Look at that! DJI, come on! If you're going to use double-sided tape, make sure you put it in the right place. Well, that's the quick start guide. We'll look at that in a second. Looks like my hamster's eating it. Right, so quick start guide. Hopefully not eaten by your hamster. Confirmation of what's in the box, and disclaimer and safety guidelines. So we'll look at some of those a bit later. So just to see what we got in the box then. Right, okay. So yes, we have the DJI Goggles body. We have the headband. We have a micro USB cable. We have a HDMI cable. We have a charger, a cleaning cloth, and this little doohickey thing is a wire clip. So I guess you clip this onto the side if you are using the HDMI cable. Right, okay, let's clear some room and try this, get this set up. Okay, so let's move the headband out the way at the moment and these cables. I'll look at those shortly. I think the one thing that I'm probably going to invest in is a bit like the DJI Mavic bag that I showed in another video. It's only £6. They do a sleeve bag for these goggles at £23. Now, I didn't really want to buy one of those, but you know, where are you going to keep this when you're not using it? You don't have to put it in that big box all the time, so I'm guessing that I might invest in that bag. If I do, I'll let you guys know what I think of it. So, let's have a quick look. I know it's stupid, it's just annoying this thing's been ripped, isn't it? Right, installation and wearing. So there's all sorts of magic going on here. So as you mentioned before, we've got the touch panel on the side and the function buttons. On the side here is a heat vent, so that's a little fan in there. Right, so to get things started, it says that it must go that way, doesn't it? Because that's on your head. So it says this bit, this doohickey wiggly thing there, is going to slot into here. So let's see how that works. Apparently it should click. Oh, it clicked. And there's a little release button on here. I guess we should press that. It comes out again. Ooh, it's a bit tight. It's okay. I'll have a look at taking that off later, I guess. Right, so that's that done. It says the best way to wear these is actually with, that connector's a bit slim, isn't it? At kind of an angle, so this is kind of down the back of your head towards the neck. This bit's up here, and then, ooh, yeah, that is a comfortable fit. There's really little light coming in. Like all things to do with FPV and VR, when you wear these things, you look like a bloody idiot, don't you? But it's worth it. It's going to be worth it. Woohoo! Actually, that feels really comfortable. So with this headset on and with the goggles up, you can move your head around and it doesn't feel like it's going to fall off. And that's a good thing, because it costs £500. Right, let's pop them off for a moment. Let's put this on the side there. Okay, so as mentioned before, we've got a little twiddly widdly to adjust the interpupillary distance. That was the one, and that's it. So check. So now it's connected. We should be able to see the battery level. There we have. Oh, look, and this battery's up here as well. So 2 out of the 4 bars. Excellent. So we're supposed to charge them when the battery is fully charged, blah. Right, so for the Mavic Pro connection we use the OcuSync. If you're using an Inspire 2 or a Phantom 4, we're going to use a micro USB cable to connect to the controller. That's interesting. If you're using the Inspire Series Phantom 4 Pro Plus, use the HDMI cable, and also if you're just connecting to some other video display, so you know, like I said, PlayStation or Xbox or something, you can use the HDMI cable as well. Of course, we have to activate them, so we can either do that with the DJI Go 4 app or the DJI Assistant 2 on the machine. And so these controls on the side here, there's a few ways that we can use those. So single finger touch using the 5D button, you can swipe and scroll through the menus and tap to confirm. You can use 2 fingers to swipe forwards and backwards and unlock things, and swipe upwards and downwards to exit and enter. And you've got obviously the back buttons and the function buttons. So this thing, I'm really looking forward to try it out. Just in terms of specs, I think we mentioned that. In here is essentially 2 screens that, when put together, give that single screen resolution of 1920 by 1080, so full HD resolution, which is kind of unheard of in goggles. So the Fat Shark goggles and other types of goggles don't give that level of clarity. So I'm really looking forward to checking it out. So it obviously supports 1080p at 30 frames per second, 720 at 60 and 30 frames per second. It's got a 9,400 40 milliamp battery in here. So that's all good stuff. Each of the screens are 5 inches, so there should be some really good immersion in there. All the rest is in the phone, and so it doesn't tell you how to connect up. No wonder people are having problems. So let's see if we can work this out ourselves. So let me see if we can turn these on and see what things look like inside. So I guess it's like the other DJI products. One click and then hold and they turn on. Ooh, it looks good. It's got sound. I wasn't expecting sound. It's got speakers in it. Oh, right, I can tell you now. Let me put this headset on. I'm going to look stupid, but I want to tell you guys all about this. So, at home, I am very lucky to have a little home cinema setup with a 120 inch projector screen, and oh my god, it feels like that. Wow. Right, so right now I can see a menu screen. I need to find a way that I can show this to you guys, but there's a menu screen and I can set different languages, so I'm assuming, oh yes, I'm moving through, and I tap, oh wow, okay, so welcome. These goggles support the Mavic Pro, the Phantom 4, the Phantom 4 Pro and the Inspire 2. Next, yes please. Stay away from manned aircraft and fly responsibly. Yes, I read the things and I'm clicking all the things. Right, activation type with DJI Assistant or with your mobile device. Mobile device if you please. Mavic Pro connection required for activation. Yes, yes. Right, DJI Goggles wireless linking. Wireless linking is only used to connect to the Mavic Pro. That's what we've got over here. Okay, right. Okay, so people, now to pay attention. How do you get these goggles working with that damn thing? So, ensure the Mavic Pro is linked to one remote controller. Indeed it is. Press the linking button on the Mavic Pro. Right, so let's pop this thing up. Whew. And the lights are hot in here, it's a little bit sweaty. So, let's turn on things and get this puppy working. Somewhere I had a paper clip. Okay, I have the paper clip, we will need that shortly. Right. I can hear a fan or something going on in here. Off-putting. And I've got a heavy head. Right, DJI Go 4 on. Connecting. Right, this little bad boy. Connecting. Right. Get out of the way. Okay, right. Right, it is connected. What do you know? New firmware update available. Of course there is. There's always a firmware update. I'm little gripes with it. Right, so on the side here, this isn't firmware found. We'll do that later. Right, so right now, let's have a look at that in a minute. On this little side pocket here, where you keep your SD card, is where there's little switches to change from Wi-Fi and remote controller mode. So if you fly using just the app and not the controller, you normally have it in Wi-Fi mode. If you're using a controller, then you have it in RC mode. Next to that is a little push button. And that push button, you use a paper clip or a pen, and you push it, and that's going to enter it into link mode. So let's do that now. The little light goes from green to red. I'll put these goggles back on, see if something's happening. Right. Linking DJI Goggles, and there's a 60-second countdown. Linking is complete. Okay, DJI goggles are connected. C1 and C2 are now equal to the function buttons in your goggles. Excellent. And the 5D button on the remote controller can be used as a touchpad for basic operation. So awesome. So if you don't want to use this touch sensitive area, you can use the controller. Fabulous. I really like this controller. I thought it was going to be a bit gimmicky, this whole touch piece, but actually it works really well. Right, take off and activate DJI goggles with mobile device. Okay. Doing something now, I guess. So activating on this screen. Oh! And on here, on my phone, it's come up with the DJI Goggles activation thing. So, let's do that. Next. Accept all the things. Confirm your account. Yes. Activating device. Goggles successfully activated. Update firmware to the latest version before flight. Of course, right, so what does that mean? So now, on my controller, as usual, I can see the camera. Right, now. Right. Yes, I see things. Okay, activation complete. Oh my god, I can see the camera. Oh, wow. Okay. This is really cool. So it's totally immersive. So what I can see is I've got information at the top here like I would have on the normal controller. I've got different live view format settings. So I have smooth mode. So this is 720p with 60 frame rate. So the high priority for low latency. So that's probably best for long distance flying. We also have a HD mode. So that's 1080p. With priority for high definition, may stop video recording or settings, and keep current mode, do not change live view mode or camera settings. So I think we'll go for smooth mode because I'd rather have things working well than not. Right, there is a tutorial, so I guess we'll have a look at that and I'll let you guys know if it's any good. And the fan on this Mavic noisy. Right, for feature updates and a better experience, update the aircraft remote controller and DJI goggles to the latest version. Okie dokie. Right, so we can slide the left or right on the touchpad with one finger to switch functions, so such as camera, settings, video, etc. We can slide up or down to browse functions. That makes sense. And tap the screen to confirm, which we've been doing all that anyway. This is kind of, I mean it's good, but obviously we know what we're doing, as we wouldn't have got this far. So, yeah, okay, so we can slide left or right on touchpad to switch function, so, yep. You can change capture modes by moving up and down and left and right as well. Just the white balance, etc. Press the back button to return to previous page. One thing I'm noticing already with the goggles, so as it is warm in here under the lights, starting to get some slight fogging on the goggles. Now one of the things that I like about the Fat Sharks is they have a little fan on there to stop that happening. So let's see how this goes. Right, we've got various different modes for viewing. So we've got full screen mode, head tracking for flight, head gimbal, reset motion, blah blah blah, all good stuff. Conscious that I look like a complete idiot on this thing. You can slide left with two fingers to lock the touchpad and slide right with two fingers to unlock. So that's locked. Unlocked, that means if someone's messing around, it's not going to mess up your flight stuff. That's the tutorial complete. Right, so that's it. These puppies. Okay, complete. I'm with you, I'm with you. Job done. Right, so now, oh, it's good. So, one of the things that I always thought was missing when I was flying on the app is a horizontal line. So I'm used to being able to see, obviously when you're using the camera, especially with a gimbal, you don't know what way you're flying, where home is, etc. But now we do. So I've got a horizontal line, so I can see that I'm going left and right, forwards and backwards. There's a number of degrees there. That's pretty good. And I can see a home signal. So I can see that if I turn around back there, I'll be flying home. This is really freaking awesome. You can see how many satellites are connected to it, see how much battery level. This thing right here, right now, it seems amazing. Let's turn this stuff off, get things fully charged. What happens when it's off? What do we see? It's the an image of what it last saw and it's disconnected. Wow. So far, I'm really, really impressed with those. Yes, I look stupid, even without these things on, but even more so with them on. But the picture quality is fantastic. I'm looking forward to getting out, flying this thing, tell you how good it is, and if you should spend £500 on getting a set. Let's cut to a bit of flight footage and then me telling you what I think whenever the sun comes out again. I'm just back from the maiden test flight with the DJI Goggles. I ran out of memory on the card, so I'm not sure how good the footage is going to be. I couldn't really see an obvious way to show you what I was seeing through the goggles, so I literally just stuck the camera in there just to give you a quick view of, you know, the horizontal lines and the states and everything. But this thing is awesome, so it's definitely confidence inspiring, and so I flew further with the Mavic than I had so far. Not as far as I have with my other drones, but still a reasonable distance just around the field. It performs really well. I mean, I flew behind me, so obviously not optimal from an antenna perspective. It was only a couple of times I had some video distortion. Obviously that's not related to the goggles really, it's just in terms of how OcuSync works, but still really good. I have to say, I'm not sure I'm the biggest fan of the touch sensitive menu options. I mean, I think they may be handy once you get used to them. To start off with, they just seem a little bit, if anything, too touch sensitive-y. Anytime you're touching over there, it's beeping and doing all sorts of stuff as you're trying to remember what to do. So I guess like anything, once you become more familiar with it, I guess in a way, in addition to that touch sensitive area, it'd be great if there were some customizable buttons or something, so you could just get to certain things. The head tracking thing is really awesome, but disorientating. So definitely, I didn't try proper flying with it, just hovering and looking around. So I think it'd be good for some good tracking shots from a video. So I think where this would really be ideal is when you partner with someone else. So two of you have headsets or controllers or what have you, and one of you is controlling the craft, one of you is controlling the gimbal to get some good motion shots. Otherwise I just found it a bit disorientating. I do like the fact that you've got the little home circle on so you can see where home is. That's something I really missed on the screen of this I'm used to having in my Fat Shark goggles. I don't really like the way it's displayed. It is kind of displayed on a compass as opposed to, I guess, what I'm used to having it on a horizontal bar, so I can easily see where home is. But it works. Again, it's just about getting used to it. But no, the image quality is astounding. It really is good. I mean, yeah, I think it is better than I thought it would be. So I really recommend these goggles. If you've got a Mavic, definitely you want to be flying with these. It takes the experience to a whole level, makes the craft much more usable. I gave it a good blip in sport mode, which I hadn't done for really properly since I got it. Damn, this thing moves quick for a small beast. Like, it really covers some ground. It's really good, and the best thing I like about it is that horizontal line. So the thing, I'm not used to flying properly with a gimbal. I'm used to having two cameras, one for flying and one for the videography. So to know what the craft is doing by that horizontal line really gives me a better feeling of what's happening. So obviously with the gimbal, everything always looks super calm, super still, but I can see that I'm banking and rotating everything, so it's excellent. No, I think it's really good. The biggest thing, like I say, is I need to work out if I get happy with those touch sensitive options. I probably will do another video in weeks or months time, depending on how much time I get to use it, to give you kind of a impression of how I'm getting on with that. I did adjust the IPD slightly, and the kind of picture quality, like I say, is perfect. The one thing that I definitely feel I'm going to need to get is some sort of case, or get that sleeve when it comes out, because you just don't know what to do with the damn thing. So obviously it's all right having it on your head and lifting it up when you're getting the craft ready and everything, but when you're kind of trying to get yourself set up, you don't want to put it on the ground. It's a big honking thing. So yeah, I think definitely need to get the bag, or perhaps a little towel or something you're going to put your kit down on. The last thing I will finish up the video on, when I first opened these up, I couldn't work out how to get these damn things off. It is tricky, so I have two tips. The first one, when you press the button to take it off, you just kind of want to wiggle it from side to side a little bit, and I'll show you, that makes it a lot easier to get off. So you press the button and wiggle it slightly. It's still not easy, but there we go. Off it comes. When you put it back on, definitely make sure it clicks. That's it. If you don't hear that click, as I didn't earlier, it can come off in your hand. Who misses. So yeah, DJI goggles, I think they are worth the money. I was a bit skeptical before properly trying them for myself, but they're neat. Just need to work out that touch sensitive panel. Hope this video was helpful. If it was, please like, please subscribe, please share and leave a comment. Thank you very much for watching these videos. Check out more information in the description where you can pick one of these up yourself. Thanks for watching this video. A thumbs up would be really appreciated. If you're interested in other geek type videos, please consider subscribing to Spectrum Geeks. Why not also follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. And before you leave, why don't you check out one of these other videos that may be of interest. Thanks again for watching.